In this video, we'll give an overview of several different types of charts and visualizations, and discuss how they can be used to tell a story. Let's begin by looking at a line chart. When comparing different but related data sets, a line chart is a great way to display the information. They are able to display trends and show how a data value is changing in relation to a continuous variable. For example, if time is a continuous variable, how has the sale of a product or multiple products changed? Next, we have pie charts. This type of chart can show the breakdown of an entity into its subparts and the proportion of the subparts in relation to one another. Each portion of the pie represents a static value or category, and the sum of all categories is equal to 100%. In this example, we have a marketing campaign with 4 distinct categories: social sites, native advertising, paid influencers, and live events. With this type of data representation, we can easily see the total number of leads generated per category. We now look at one of the most commonly used charts, the bar chart. This type of chart is the most common as they are easy to create and are great for comparing related datasets or parts of a whole. For example, in this bar chart, we can see the population numbers of 10 different countries and how they compare to one another. We can also use stacked bars, in which each bar is divided into sub-bars that are stacked end to end. In this stacked bar, we can see the population of each country split into 4 age ranges. Would you like the graph to appear vertical and not horizontal? Then column charts would be a great pick. This type of chart can be used quite effectively to show change over time and to compare values side by side. For example, showing page views versus user session time on a website as it changes on a month-to-month basis. While this type of chart looks similar to a bar chart, they cannot always be used interchangeably. For example, a column chart may be better suited for showing negative and positive values. Next, we have tree maps, which are useful for displaying complex hierarchies using nested rectangles. In this example, the tree map depicts statewide employment rates within the population of a country over the last year. The size of the rectangle represents the population, and the color represents the employment rate. We can click on any region to see the employment data of the subregions within the selected region. Trying to display a pipeline or different stages of a continuous process? Then funnel charts are the way to go. In this example, the funnel chart is showing the conversion rate at each stage of the sales process, from lead generation to the final sale. Another exceptional chart is the scatter chart. In this type of chart, the circle colors represent the categories of data, and the circle sizes are indicative of the volume of data. For example, in this scatter chart, we can see each product line by the number of units sold and the revenue it brings. A scatter chart can be great for revealing trends, clusters, patterns, and correlations between data points. Next, we look at bubble charts. This is a variant of scatter charts, and they are useful for comparing a handful of categories to one another in terms of relative significance. For example, understanding areas of significant expenditure in an organization's sales budgets. Lastly, we have spark lines. Spark lines do not include an axis or coordinates, yet they display trends simply and effectively. These are great for showing the general trend of a variation. For example, stock market price fluctuations from the opening to the closing of a trading day. In this video, we learned about the importance of charts and how they are able to shape our data to provide meaningful information. In the next video, we will dive into more details about how to create and configure different types of charts in Excel.